Hi everybody, been a while since I did the last update. God, must be 5-6 weeks probably. Usual problem, no privacy. There's always somebody about, and I do all the hobby stuff pretty much where everybody's sort of hanging about, you know, living room or whatever. Don't have any spare space at the moment. So it's a rare occasion when there's no one around for about half an hour. But anyway, yeah, I've been carrying on with the American War of Independence stuff, and this is a regiment of British, the 40th, I believe, who were one of the buff regiments. Yeah, Perry plastics these are, and in the game Land of the Free, which I'm most likely going to be using, this is a medium infantry element, so it's 3 bases, 18 figures. Now I'm shooting this, I've just realised a few bits I haven't finished, haven't done the edges of the bases, forgot to do that. I've got to tidy up the bits of the flags there, but yeah, fairly happy with how they came out. I'll just align them side by side. That's my dog clattering about in the kitchen, wondering what I'm doing. Yep, there they are. I'll zoom in a little bit. Yeah, quite happy with them in the end. I mean, like I say, I'm not getting into doing all the eyes and everything and teeth now. I think I'll just stick with the basics on the faces. Yeah, these are one of the buff regiments, and from what I've read, the buff could be anything from pale to brown. So I've gone on this regiment. I've gone for like the breeches and well, that's what they call the small clothes, the waistcoat and breeches. I've gone more for the brown, but done the cross belts in the actual buff. Just thought it'd be a nice contrast. I think for the next buff regiment I'll do the small clothes in an actual pale buff. So I've got 2 different looks in that case. But yeah, not bad. Not bad. They're nice figures, Perry. I'd say plastic, but yeah, the usual issues with assembly and just getting on with them. But yeah, they come out nice in the end. Very big actually, I've noticed. Even compared to I compared them to some Perry metal World War II ones I've got, and they tower over them. And there's a noticeable size difference between these and the Old Glory ones I've done. So I mean, I'm doing mostly Old Glory, so I probably won't buy many more of these Perry ones, to be honest. Nice as they are, they just don't really fit with the bulk of my army, I don't think, and messing around assembling all the plastics, a bit of a pain. So yeah, they're nice, but I'll probably finish off what I've got left over in this box, and I've got a box of Continentals, but I might not buy any more of the plastics. We'll have to see. I mean, now yeah, quite affordable, cheap, cheaper option, but we'll see. Yeah, I like them. Flags, material ones by Maverick, which I like. So I just meant to tidy up a bit where I clipped it, it frayed slightly. That won't take much doing. Yeah, happy with those. So that's one regiment done, or second one. The other ones was the Old Glory 1st Foot Guards. This was the 40th regiment. I'm now moved on to some more Old Glories. light infantry, part way through these at the moment. This is going to be a large element, so it'll be 24. This is the 12 I've progressed with. That's the other half, just undercoated at the moment, so not much to show there at the minute. When you get a pack of 30 Old Glories, and there's about, I'd say about 7 different poses there, so it's a good variety. I mean, for light infantry you want them to look a bit less standard because they weren't standard troops, so at least they look a bit more, you know, a few different poses and things. It's makes them look a bit more like a specialist unit. So these yeah, nice, enjoying these. A bit simpler to paint than the line because they're not got so much sort of faffy decorative elements to their uniforms. They're obviously fairly more functional. They don't appear to have cuffs sculpted, you know, like for facings. So and from, I've seen conflicting images. Some images of illustrations show them with facings, others show them with not. And as these haven't got the facing sculpted on them, I've gone for the not version. And as with the AWI theatre, they used to take the light infantry from the various regiments and put them all into one battalion. So that's why these ones here have got the buff breeches and cross belts, because there'll be an element of them in there. So I'm going to have 4 in buffs in this battalion, then the rest is normal, and then there's going to be a second battalion, so another set of 24, and there'll be another buff element in there. But yeah, liking these. I'm not quite finished yet. Obviously you can see base I haven't done, I've not highlighted the black areas yet, the hats and the feathers or whatever they are, the tufts. Again, there I've seen conflicting information about the tufts. Some sources say they were black, and I've seen some in dark green, so I don't know. I think I'm going to go for black. I'm surprised they didn't really use that as an alternative to facing colours, like do the tufts in whatever colours their regiment was from. I would have thought that would have been something they would have done, but apparently not. So anyway, that's the lights partly done. Nice figures, enjoying those. Like I say, Old Glory these ones are. Then I've got a few more bits and bobs going on. I've got a lot of stuff going on at the moment actually. Haven't abandoned World War II. Really like these figures. Just discovered them a few weeks ago. These are, let's zoom out slightly. These are US Airborne by Offensive miniatures. I really like these. Well impressed with them. I just initially bought a couple of packs. I bought this is a support weapons pack, so you get 30 cal team and then 2 bazooka teams. And I also bought a squad pack. We get 10, a pack of 10, 15 quid I think. All metal. Yeah, I'm really impressed with these. Really like them, so I'm going to go ahead and buy the rest of the range. I think. I say it's offensive miniatures. They do for any of you Napoleonic fans. Do some really nice Napoleonics, not massive range, but they've got a few. And their riflemen look really good. I might actually buy them just because they're, well, you know, 95th rifles. Yeah, really nice. I like these. Not finished yet. Obviously, at the moment they've got like dark brown packs and everything. They're going to be more beige colour. I was just using that as an undercoat, really, base colour for them. So yeah, these are partly done, about 3/4 done probably. But yeah, really nice. Enjoying these. I think they're really nice, nicely sculpted, nice poses. Yeah, I'll definitely buy the rest of the range. So yeah, like I say, I haven't abandoned World War II yet. Well, don't intend to really. I'll keep picking away at that constantly. It's just that I'm trying to keep a focus on AWI at the moment. But you know what it's like, it's hard to stick to one thing. Something totally different. I'm doing these for a mate. As you can see, I only just started them. Some skeletons. These are from these Games Workshop ones, but there's a, let's move this across. They do a sort of skirmish. It's sort of a mixture between skirmish and board card game called Shadespire. I haven't bought it yet. I mean, I like Games Workshop stuff, but I haven't picked that up yet. But I was at my mate's house a couple of weeks ago, and he buys everything going because he can afford to. And I saw these, they were just on the frames, you know, still on the sprues when I saw them. I thought they looked brilliant because I do like skeleton figures, and these look like some of the best I've ever seen. So I kept looking at them and said, he wanted me to paint some stuff, and I said I'll paint these for him. And he's also given me his Escher gang for Necromunda to do. But I thought these went together really quick. I thought I'd get started on it. He wanted the Escher done first, but these were so quick to put together, I thought I'd get on with them. And skeletons shouldn't take too long to paint up either. But yeah, I'm really impressed with these. I'll have to get a set for myself now. But yeah, that's another thing that's ongoing. Really, I do really like these. Really impressive. That's those. And the last thing, I think, yeah, last thing are some of my own bits and bobs, which I've started. Some Space Marines, Blood Angels. 10 on the go here, just starting them. These are Flesh Tearers. Their chapter's called Blood Angels, but these are like a faction of them called Flesh Tearers. Now, I had some issues with these. Games Workshop, they do shoulder pads for these with this symbol on. It's like a buzzsaw with a blood drop in the middle. And I'd got these shoulder pads, and I had them all glued on, and then I noticed that there's a grate. I'm just trying to find something to hold this shoulder pad in with. I can't think of anything, but anyway, you might just be able to figure out there that there's a bit of size discrepancy. These shoulder pads here were noticeably smaller than the shoulder pad on the right shoulder, and it just looked odd, looked silly. So slightly annoying, because over the years I've bought about 70 of these bloody metal shoulder pads, and now I'm finding that now I've got to the stage where I'm putting them together and find out they're a bit of a discrepancy in size. So if you've been watching any of my previous videos, you might remember I was looking at this site, this company called Shapeways, who do 3D printed items, And there's a seller on there doing these icons. You could buy them just on frames and stick them on to a plain shoulder pad, which I've done. And also there was another one doing these blood drops here. I mean, you can get them as transfers, but I much preferred to have them like Standing Proud, a sculpted thing. So I bought those as well. Really like the way they look. I will say, got to be fairly precise with these icons because there's some that have fit perfectly and some where there's a bit of a gap underneath, but I ain't gonna worry too much about it. They probably could have done with, that one could have probably done with going up a bit more to fit the curve better, but generally they're fitting well and look good. Very happy with those. Just have to get painting them now. So that's my Space Marines, and there is a Terminator, which I've almost finished. Again here, Games Workshop don't do shoulder pads with this icon for Terminators. But I found this place on Shapeboys that does the shoulder pads with the icon already sculpted on, so I thought for the Terminators I'll use that. Happy with how it's coming out. Not quite finished yet, but I managed to get a nice dark red I wanted. Got to finish the gold off, finish some of these what they call purity seals down here, they got to be finished off. The base, by the way, is from Bases for War, they're called, and that was from their Dragon's Causeway range, but I thought they'd make a good kind of Red Planet look about them, so yeah, ordered a few of those, which they're all based on these. So yeah, very impressed with them. Looking quite good so far, I think. Quite happy with how it's coming out. It's so it's got a nice dark red that I wanted. Yeah, so that's about where I am at the minute. Part way through these light infantry. Not sure what I'm going to do next. AWI, I might just do another bog standard infantry regiment, or I might do some of the Hessians next. Don't know. Might just plough on with the basic line while I'm in the mood for doing them. Get as many of those knocked out as can. I mean, we'll get red coat fatigue eventually, but there's plenty of variety amongst the AWI to do other stuff. So yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, I briefly reached 150 subscribers, I think, a few weeks ago, but I think some people have dropped off, so I'm back down to mid 140s, I think. Next video, actually, I did meant to make a list. I'm going to do some shout outs for some other channels I've been watching who have got sort of, you know, only like in double figure type subscribers. I'll do that next time. I've got about 5, 6, 7, 8 off the top of my head I can think that I've started watching and following. Yeah, next video I'll put some links down to them when I can remember who they are. Yeah, but other than that, thanks for watching, everybody, and thanks for subscribing and commenting, and hopefully it won't be quite as long till I do the next one. Take care, everyone. See you.